Welcome to today's edition of GFA News with me, Shaban Mohammed. Follow us on Facebook and on YouTube at Ghana Football Association. Coming up on today's edition, the Black Stars of Ghana draw against Sudan in AFCON qualifier. Ghana face host Togo, Benin and Niger in Wafubi U20 Cup of Nations. In women's football, Women's Champion of Champions set to kick off on Saturday at the Bet Power Park in Pram Pram. Do stick and stay with us for many more. The Black Stars of Ghana draw against Sudan in the 2025 African Cup of Nations. The head coach of the team, Otoado, speaks after the draw.
And we controlled everything. The only thing which was missing was the goals, and surely we have to work on this. We have some few days to analyze it, how we can score better. The chances were there, a lot of chances, but this is football. This is football, sometimes very, very hard, difficult for us. So now it pains even more. The Niger game pains even more. And also the last minute goal against Angola pains even more, because today again we did well, and there's nothing much I can say, and just the result, and this is the most important thing in football, is not correct, and I think we deserve to win, but it didn't, and we will stay positive, and we will beat them away with the same performance, the same passion, the same creativity up front. We will beat them away.
Moving on to the next story, Ghana faced host Togo, Benin and Niger in the Wafubi Cup of Nations. Ghana will play Niger, Benin and host Togo in the group stage of the total Wafubi Cup of Nations. Coach Desmond Ofe and his charges will kick off their campaign against Benin in the opening day of the tournament on Thursday, October 17, 2024. The second group stage game will take place 3 days later, while the last group game in the qualifier campaign will be against Togo on Wednesday, October 23, 2024. The Black Satellite will be aiming at picking one of the spots in the 2025 U20 Cup of Nations. The Wafubi U20 Cup of Nations is scheduled from October 17th to October 31st, 2024. To our next story, Azakes ladies will face Pimdakuan ladies in the Women's Champion of Champions at the Bet Power Park in Pram Pram. The newly constructed Bet Power Park at the Ghana Soccer Center of Excellence in Pram Pram will on Saturday, October 12, 2024, host the 2023-2024 Women's Champion of Champions match between the champions of the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League and the champions of the Women's FA Cup. Azakes ladies emerged winners of the 2023-24 Malta Guinness Women's Premier League, whilst Army ladies clinched the FA Cup for the first time. Azakes ladies will face off Army ladies in the Women's Champion of Champions at the Bet Power Park in Pram Pram.
We have been preparing very rigorously. Over the past few weeks, we have been able to train on defensive actions, offensive actions, various techniques and technical abilities, also working very well on our tactical aspect of the game. Going into this Champions of Champions, we need to look at the various aspects in the women's football, trying to change the face of women's football, and we are sure it's going to be a positive impact in Ghana Women Premier League. Our opponent, yes, Azakes ladies, has a very rich history in the league, and we respect all their capabilities, and it's not going to be an easy task. We know they are coming in very strong and well prepared for this game. But with our preparation, it is a sure win for us on Saturday, the 12th of October 2024.
The team is really feeling positive and motivated. We have been training hard and building our chemistry on and off the pitch. Azakes ladies are a tough opponent, but we are confident in our strategy and our abilities. And because of that, I believe we can build ourselves and compete with them strongly.
Moving on to beach soccer, let's do more on that 17 players begin camping in Keta ahead of the African Cup of Nations. 17 players have been called out for camping at Keta to begin preparations for the 2024 Beach Soccer African Cup of Nations. Head coach Daniel Nikwe Korte would use the period to assess his players ahead of the tournament in Egypt. Ghana are paired alongside hosts Egypt, Morocco, and Tanzania in Group A. The 2024 Beach Soccer African Cup of Nations is scheduled from October 19th to October 26th, 2024. Moving on to Women's Premier League, which kickstarts in few days ahead of the start of the Women's Premier League. Referees undergo physical fitness tests ahead of the new season. Women's Premier League referees from the Northern and Southern Zone have successfully undergone a mandatory fitness test ahead of the new season. A total of 57 officials made up of 27 center referees and 30 assistant referees took part in the physical exercise at the Ghanaman Soccer Center of Excellence in Pram Pram. Speaking to GFA News, the instructor highlighted the importance of the fitness tests.
A few months back, we did the fitness test for referees, but when we came for the course, we have to do fitness check for both referees and assistant referees. So yesterday, we took the referees through dynamic yo-yo test, and then we took the assistant referees through Ariet test. We also took the referees through gate to gate, that is left to right and then right to left. That was the fitness test we did for them yesterday to check how fit they are for the league ahead of them. With our assessment from yesterday, all of them are fit for the work ahead. It is only today that we are taking them through the technical aspect and the flagging technique to see the corrections that we have to do to prepare them ahead of the league. So the FA should expect high performance from the referees based on what we are taking them through, what we took them through yesterday and today based on their fitness, and then today the technical aspect that we are doing, the gate-to-gate movement. And so that means when they come to the match, they will not just be running up and down, but they know where to move at every time in point of the game for the success of the league.
We've taken them through the amendments. After the amendments, we took them through position and reading, challenges, tactical fouls, and management, offsides. And then they've done a written test, both video and then other tests to show that what we have taught has really stayed in their mind. So we do that to assess them. If there are gaps, then we fill it. So far, all the lessons that FIFA needs us to do, we've done it. Yes, the first test, we realized that some of them were able to take decisions, but they have errors in their sanctions. So we took them back to take them through how to assess infringement and challenges so that when you are giving sanctions, you give the correct sanctions. So this morning, we brought them here to be able to get their position right, because if you have good position and good stamina, we're able to pick infringements on time and take good decisions. So far, that is what we've done with them. And I think now they are better off as compared to the day they came. I want to say that all women football lovers should see a new chapter in the officiating. Now we are coming with new energy, new knowledge, and new vibe into the women's league. We are going to promote the Women's Premier League to the highest level, and you see Ghana shining in the women's soccer.
From our time being here so far, we've really learned a lot. We learned the new amendments made to the laws, like the handball situations, the number of substitutions, and a whole lot. Also, we've been taking through a series of fitness tests, how to prepare for warm-up for a match in order not to get injuries and unexpected situations during the match. It has really been helpful. Yesterday, like this, we had our fitness check, and it was a tough one, but then, by His grace, we made it through. The football fans and footballers should expect improved version of the Ghana female referees we have now, because we have really been taught a lot, and we promise that we are going to deliver to the highest expectation. And we would like to plead with our footballers, the team officials, to please respect us also. We are all humans. Respect us and we respect you, so that we will have a peaceful game at the end.
GFA goes pink in Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The Ghana Football Association Foundation, in collaboration with the Ghana India Kofi Annan Center of Excellence in ICT and in line with the GFA Foundation Breast Cancer Awareness Campaign, organized a breast cancer screening at the center. Let's listen to the GFA Foundation head, Mr. Malcolm.
The Ghana Football Association, through the GFA Foundation, in this month of October is celebrating breast cancer awareness. I mean, this is to highlight and also join the global effort of creating and amplifying awareness on the dreadful disease of breast cancer. The GFA Foundation, we have a number of objectives for which we do activities. One of them is to ensure that our activities improve the lives of football people and also within the community that we operate. Then two is to use football and its outcomes to affect behavioral change, and that's what we are using this breast cancer campaign for. I mean, through our advocacy and efforts, a lot more people who hitherto will not have heard about the breast cancer and its impact, devastating impact on our community or on our people. So that's why we are using this period in the month of October to promote and also create awareness about the effects of breast cancer. There are a number of things that we are doing within this period to celebrate the awareness. One is to give tips on breast cancer prevention, early detection, symptoms, as well as risk factors that bring about breast cancer. Then we also will organize educational webinars as well as organize free screening in partnership with some like-minded organizations. So these are the number of things we are doing. So it's a combination of various activities and activations which will ensure that at the end of October, we'll look back and see a lot of impact we've made by making sure that we've created a lot of awareness of breast cancer. I mean, the message is simple. I mean, this year, the breast cancer awareness is being celebrated under the theme, no one should face breast cancer alone. So, I mean, we call on everybody, the little effort that you can do. I mean, men themselves are at risk, women are at risk, so men should help their wives, wives should help their husbands to make sure that, as we say, in terms of what you can do to prevent breast cancer, you do it. If you see somebody is in, there are risk factors that will bring about breast cancer, you help to educate the person to reduce the breast cancer. The most importantly, you go for screening, because as we've said, majority of the successful cases, or let me say almost all the successful cases, have been achieved based on early detection, and that's what we should aim at. So once again, I want to re-emphasize on the theme, no one should face breast cancer alone.
Let's do more on youth football and football in schools, faces of football. German International School partners the Ghana Football Association on faces of football. Our reporter has got us details of the project.
Okay. So my name is Petra Landers. I'm a former German female footballer. I used to play for the national team from '82 till 1991. So yes, football is my passion, and I did a lot on my career way. So football is my life. I think every girl, it doesn't matter what age, should have the right to play football. So many girls don't dare, they don't have self-confidence in this, and they don't like to play with the boys. So we should do more and more for the girls, which one also not talented. So this is the basic of football, you know, finding the not talented girls as well. Maybe one day they will be in the top team or whatever. We have to give them opportunities. We have to give them opportunities for playing football. So, you know, when I came to Africa first time, I could see the passion also in girls' eyes, or when they started to play. I loved this. They are really motivated and they are thankful for the opportunities. And so this was my idea. I love to do it here because the time here is maybe 40 years, I went this way also. And so now I can give my experiences how to fight for this sport, for the girls. I know this. I know how to go this way, and I want to give them the chance to go with the girls. They need it. So it's really important coming together with different schools here and playing a tournament. And some are beginners, some know already how to play. So some were too big and some were too small. But the fact is, or the result is, they met, and the next time when we do this tournament, they know what is coming to them. Maybe they will practice better. They try to get more involved in the rules of playing football. So this is what we need, giving them this opportunity, and they can change what they want to play. And some maybe say, no, this is too hard, but it's okay, you know. We can find the girls who love to play this tournament, and the other ones can still play in their groups in turn. So, you know, I have my program here with Faces of Football. So I started this 2 years ago, and was talking to communities. So my mobile football school is, I'm going into the communities in the Upper East region. So I choose this part because not so many programs are up to the north. So it was my thinking, I will give them opportunities to join a program with girls football. So it was a hard job to talk to the communities. First they say, no, the girls shouldn't play. But I was talking about my experience, my way. I was a national player and everything. So after they said, okay, we can have this camp in our community, and then we will see the girls like it or not. So I was not surprised. So the girls like it, they love it. So my first team was in Anna team, and they still love to meet for playing football. So this is my next coming to Ghana is next year. I will have camps in the communities. The age will be from 12 to 16, so it's a bit older than today, because it's also important, this age, you know, they start to think about the future. After school, maybe I will get married and I will get my children. So maybe through sport you can take them out of the big bubble and can push they into another way for living their life, you know. There's something else, not always the same way. And sport is a very important tool also for women and girls in football.
So we were GFA Women's Desk. We're really happy to receive the email that you are going to do this tournament, and you are inviting us to join you. Because when you come to the Women Football Development Desk, this is one of our vision or objectives. That is under the grassroots football.
Yes.
We have a project called the Football for Girls.
Yes.
We concentrate on the ages of 6 to 12.
Yes.
And then you also said you are doing for 7 to 12. So when
Yes.
I saw, I was like, wow,
yes,
it's aligned with the strategy. So we are so proud to join you to do these phases of
yes.
football. Thank you very much for
You're
inviting
welcome.
us to be part of this
Yes.
great project.
Thank
We
you so much.
appreciate it a
Yes,
lot.
thank you so much.
Moving on to Chan football, the Black Galaxies will face Nigeria in the 2024 Chan qualifiers, and that is the second round of the qualifier. The first leg is expected to be played from 20th to 22nd of December 2024, while the second leg would also be played on the 27th to 29th of December 2024. The winner of the encounter between Ghana versus Nigeria qualifies for the 2024 Chan tournament. The head coach of the Black Galaxies, Masoud Didi Dramani, has something to say after the draw.
I think this is the second group in 2 weeks. And the exercise is just to see them on a close view, and so that to be able to establish what we've previously had seen them on our database. And also because of due to very limited time available, we thought that it is good to bring them closer so that they can integrate and then they adapt to the structures in the different phases of the game. And so the 2 weeks has really given them a good expression, more especially from the players as individuals, groups, and then working as a team within the Galaxy's structure. So far it's been good. So we have formed a strong collaboration in terms of linking up with various clubs and more especially the coaches. I think week in, week out, I speak with majority of the coaches where these players are, just to find out updates. And we also created a database in terms of monitoring, groups, monitoring our players, various players that have been identified earlier on into the database. So before we call already, we know that the player is active or the player has been injured and he's back to playing times, or the player has played few games, but the player is okay and training. And so we bring players based on how we place them in the database, how we also have identified in different phases from the Ghana universities, who played in the competition in Nigeria, and then also, checking on some lower divisions and also checking on the Division 1s, checking on the Premier, clubs, lower divisions. So wherever football and the player is there, you should give him the opportunity and the privilege to be seen and then to be spoken to. And if there's a need for you to bring the person closer, you bring the person closer. I think that the 2 days we come, major what we do is that we put in place our style of play, we put in place our structures, and then we do a lot of videos, we do a lot of orientation, we do a lot of structures in terms of the practical work, so that they get to know a lot. In the A national team, it's all about integration and adaptation. You never will have longer periods of time, and we are trying to introduce this way of going about things, especially at the A level, so that they get to know what happens at the Blasters level, so that anytime any of them have the opportunity of being at the Blaster level, he knows that he will not have the whole week to go and prepare. He just needs few times, sometimes speaking with the coach, talking with the coach in terms of tactics, and then doing walkthroughs in sessions, and then you have to go in and deliver, so that players will begin to know that at the club level they need to do a lot, and then they need to keep themselves very well. I think that those who last represented, if they were very, very active, like Simba is active, he's part of the group. Unfortunately, it's not a group that is stationary. It's a group that transits. If I speak with you now and I show you the database of transition players, you marvel. A lot of our players that I had last year going around, like Jonathan Soa, like Richmond Lamte, like Richard Buedu Agadas, Emmanuel Ajay of Dreams, John Entry of Dreams, so many of these boys all have transitioned. So you can imagine, should we wait for them to come back? No. We have a database. So once 2 goes, you know exactly who are the next in line. I think the changes has been very, very enormous, because immediately they come in on Monday, after lunch, we go straight into videos, and we go straight into giving them the culture of the environment, and the culture and then the philosophy of what we are doing. So based on this culture and philosophies, they get to know that, look, here there's no time to waste. Here it's all about getting to know each other. Here there's no means for you to be working alone. It's for you to get to know your teammate. And then you come on the pitch, it's like for you to be open-minded, to integrate and then adapt to new structures and then to new way of doing things. And then we try to self-regulate them, regulating them in terms of what they also have. And then we let them realize that you have this, and then we are going to support you to even become even better with it. So I think that their integration and then adaptation so far in the 2 groups has been very, very encouraging.
Thank you for sticking and staying with us on GFA News. It's time for Mo's Corner. It's time for Mo's Corner. My name is Shaban Mohammed. Let's start with the Premier League. And on March day 6, Saturday, Accra Lions will face Brekum Chelsea at the University of Ghana Stadium. Hearts of Lions will battle Vision FC. And on Sunday, we have Young Apostles facing Hearts of Folk Samatex versus Nswachoman FC. Baseke Holy Stars will battle Karela United. Nations FC face off Bebiani Gold Stars. Ediana FC, Dreams FC. Bechem at the Nanafosu Giabo Park would also face Midiama SC. Legon Cities versus Asante Kotoko postponed. And these are the fixtures for match day 6 of the Ghana Premier League. Let's look at the top 4 table. And if you look at the top 4, Bebiani Gold Stars lead with 11 points. Kotoko second with 11 points. Midiama third with 11 points. While Nations FC are also fourth with 9 points. And on the general statistics, we have 45 matches played with no outstanding, 17 home wins, 8 away wins, 20 draws, 66 goals scored, 39 home goals, 27 away goals, and then first half goals are 26, second half goals 40, and 160 yellow cards, and the red cards are 6. Penalties awarded are 2, and we are yet to record a miss in the penalties so far in the Ghana Premier League. We are moving on to the Access Bank Division 1 League Zone 1A and B. We have Wasori Nante Yape FC, Northern City versus Tamale City, Victory Club Warriors, Wa Power FC, Real Tamale United versus Wale Wale Catholic Stars. And in Zone 1B, we have Techiman Heroes versus Mighty Royals, JBB United versus CAC Soccer Academy, Bofo Akwatano, Techiman 11 Wonders. Doma Unity FC on Monday will face off Techiman Liberty Youth. In Zone 2, we have Seshi All Stars Secondary Rose Park, UCC Youngsters versus King Faisal, New Edubiasi United versus Sky FC. On Sunday, we have Elmina Sharks facing Dwarfs, Secondary 11 Whites, Bekwai Heroes, Future Stars, Swedro All Blacks, Soccer Intellectuals versus Nzima Kotoko, while Park Academy battle Asekem FC. In Zone 3, we have Rain Masters versus Golden Cake, Great Olympics FC Nania. And on Sunday, Okoye United, Oho United, True Democracy at Trump Divisa, Port City King Faisal, Akachi All Stars, Kofodia Sempefi. We have Inter Allies battling Kotoku Royals. And on Monday, Nagod facing Home Stars. These are the fixtures for the Access Bank Division 1 League match day 3. My name is Shaban Mohammed. We draw the curtains here on GFA News. Join us same time next week. Follow us on Facebook at Ghana Football Association and also on YouTube, Ghana Football Association. My name is Shaban Mohammed.